Hey everybody, Sam Childers, Machine Gun Preacher. Once again, I'm talking to you live out of northern Uganda at the Angels truck stop. We're here doing some work. I'll probably be here for maybe a week to 2 weeks. I don't know if the internet's going to let me download this today, but I'm going to try to get it download. But the last few messages, or I've had a few messages this past week where I was talking about helping other people. I was talking about giving to other people, and this is a good time to give to missionaries, a good time to give to your local church, a good time to keep supporting the people you have been supporting. And a lot of times, people, when they feel that they're in hard times, they stop giving. And I just want to tell you that is the time to give. But I want to just speak on one thing here today on how we should be giving. You know, a lot of people, they like to give so everybody will notice. And see, God don't even see that. You know, we need to give in a secret. We need to give out of compassion in our heart. We need to give out of love in our heart. We need to give when we feel the compassion to help someone else. And don't do it that other people can see you. I want to read something here from Matthew chapter 6. Giving to the needy. Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. You know, a lot of times we like people, and I tell you, I've been around people and they'll say, oh, I gave to the Little League, I gave to this, and, you know, I gave to this. They want to put it in the newspaper, you know. They want to be all excited that they gave 100,000 or 50,000 to something that means nothing. The only thing you're going to get from it is the actual tax write-off slip that you will get from the people you give it to, and then you can give that to your accountant, and he'll say, wow, good job. But that's it. You know, there's more out there for us. There's the rewards from God for helping the needy. And there again, I don't think we should just give to everybody, you know, because a lot of times the enemy will have us giving to the wrong person just to keep the money from the people that truly need it. So I believe when we start giving and we have the opportunity to give and we have the money to give, I believe we need to draw close to God. That was one of my messages a few days ago. Draw close to God so you know exactly who to help. It says here, if you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. So it's not about having everyone know what you've done. It's about God knowing that you've done it out of compassion. So when you give to the needy, do not announce it with trumpets, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets, to be honored by others. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward in full. If you want people to know it, that's all you're going to get. But see, there's something else that I want even more. You know, a lot of times people hear me talk in churches about giving, and I've mentioned how much I've gave. I don't do that for you to look at, and I don't tell who I gave it to, but why I do it is a lot of times when you own a nonprofit or work for a nonprofit, you give to your nonprofit for your own benefits and tax write-offs. I give to other nonprofits that don't benefit me at all, you know, and that's the big thing. I challenge people in ministry, pay your tithes to other people that don't even benefit you at all. Now, if you're at your church is a different story, okay? Now, I'm talking about me. I give to other organizations. So when people say, well, you're just giving to your own organization for your own benefit, I can say, no. Listen, I give to other organizations that aren't even tied in to Angels of East Africa. Let me read here some more. But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. That means we got to get it in our head. It's not about people knowing what we're doing. It's about us inside knowing that we're doing God's work. See, when we start doing our work for the needy and our giving, and we start keeping it a secret between us and God, then God's involved. But when we start letting all the public and all our friends and, oh, I wrote this check out for that organization, then we're letting them know what we're doing, and the blessing is gone. So I challenge you, when God inspires you, when God gives you that compassion, when you feel that love to help someone in need, just do it so nobody else knows. Do it in a secret that only God knows, because you're showing God, the only benefit that I want from this here, the only benefit I want is to help people. Now, you might say, are you trying to say we shouldn't use it as a tax write-off? No, I'm not saying that. If you are in that position to use your donation for a tax write-off, please do. I do it myself. But that don't mean we got to tell all the neighbors. That don't mean we got to tell all the relation. You can still do it in secret and still receive the blessing from God. It says here, then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. I found out over the years, I haven't found anything that any man can reward me with, but I know what God can reward me with. And in this time, when we're in such of hard times right now, where people are dying, people are scared, this is the time I want God's reward. I've said this on almost every meeting that I've done or message I've given. People right now are calling upon God that never prayed to God. People right now that were total atheists is now calling upon his name. I think it's awesome that parents are getting up in the morning and laying their hands on their children. They're laying their hands on their children. They're praying before they go to bed. This is awesome. But don't forget about other people in need. You know, I'm not going to talk about our organization because I don't want this message to end up about us. I want it to end up about, I know there's suffering missionaries around the world. I know there's churches that's wondering when this whole thing's over if the whole ministry got to be given up. I know there's pastors around the world that are scared. They're trembling. Their families are scared. Don't forget about them. They are called the needy. Please, right now, everybody around the world, if you went to church, even just sometimes, don't forget about that church. They need your help. Missionaries need your help. Organizations, nonprofit organizations, make sure you support a good one. Don't be afraid to call them up and say, hey, how much is your salary? How much is the salary of CEO? How much is the salaries of your board member? Find someone, an organization that's helping people, and help them save people. Listen, I'm going to leave you go today. I'm going to ask you to say a short prayer with me. If you're scared, lost, need Jesus in your life, just repeat this prayer with me. Father, I come to you this morning, scared, trembling, not knowing what tomorrow's going to bring. But God, I ask you today that you'll not only come into my life, that you're not only going to forgive me of all my sins. I ask you today to strengthen me, God. Strengthen me so I can be the pillar for my family. Strengthen me, God, that I can show my family that I can get through this. Father, I'm asking you right now that you would touch me, make me whole, make me a warrior in these hard times. And I ask it all in Jesus' name. God bless you all, people. Love yous.